Hello, and welcome to my channel, where I mostly share my love of fragrance and enjoying my collection. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the new Mugler Alien Goddess Intense and comparing it to the original Alien Goddess. Thank you so much for stopping by, and let's get started. Mugler recently came out with a new perfume called Alien Goddess Intense, which is a flanker to Alien Goddess. And when Alien Goddess came out last year, there was a bit of a mixed reception. It seemed like a lot of people had high expectations from all of the marketing and were disappointed with the actual fragrance. It just didn't seem to have much connection to the flagship Alien scent, and I don't personally, love Alien, so I was okay with that. And I did like Alien Goddess, so I definitely wanted to pick up the new flanker to compare them. I'll compare it to Alien Goddess as well as some other perfumes in my collection. I'm going to start with the original Alien Goddess, which came out in 2021. And it came in the traditional Alien bottle, which doesn't have a cap, and this is a 2-ounce bottle. And this has top notes of Italian bergamot and coconut water, mid notes of jasmine and heliotrope, and base notes of bourbon vanilla and cashmerean, which is a synthetic woody scent. And this opens with a lot of bergamot and coconut, but it's a very fresh and light coconut, not a sweet or creamy coconut. And it feels watery and airy and a bit green. And the florals are present, but aren't overly strong. And I do really like heliotrope, and I am getting a little bit of powderiness from that, and it does feel a bit musky as well. And I feel like the base notes are soft. There is some woodiness and vanilla, but I'm not getting a strong vanilla note from this, so the perfume doesn't come across as overly sweet. And to me, this is a predominantly fresh, watery, coconut, floral, beachy scent. And the vanilla does come out a bit more in the dry down, but just not as much as I wanted. And it's just definitely more green than I would prefer. So this is, definitely suited for, daytime. And while I think it's an okay scent, I don't, love it. Then moving on to Alien Goddess Intense, this came out in 2022, and again, it has the traditional Alien bottle, and it is also a 2-ounce. And this has top notes of bergamot and cream of coconut, mid notes of jasmine and jasmine tea, and base notes of vanilla, benzoin, and cashmerean. And this one opens very floral. I find that the jasmine is very prominent and heady, but it also does have some hints of coconut in the opening. And I found the floral to be a bit strong at first, but it does start to soften as it dries. And I'm also getting a hint of that tea note, but it does mostly just smell floral for a while. And when the base notes start to come in, I feel is when the fragrance really starts to shine. And the benzoin gives it a very warm, ambery feeling without being heavy. And the vanilla brings in that sweetness that was missing from the original Alien Goddess. But keep in mind, it's not a very sugary, super sweet scent. And I think that this is the woody vanilla jasmine scent that people wanted in the original. And I do really like this version. It does come off stronger than the original and has decent lasting power. But when something is called, an intense perfume, I do expect it to be super strong. And I don't think that this is that much stronger than the original Alien Goddess. When I compare the two versions of Goddess, first of all, you can see that the appearance is very similar. They have the same gold bottle, but it's clear towards the bottom, and the Intense, which is on the left here, has a darker, more ambery brown liquid. And as far as the scents, the original is more fresh, beachy, and coconut heavy, but it's a light, watery coconut. I do like coconut scents, but I prefer a sweeter, creamier coconut. And the Intense is more warm, sweet, and creamy. And while it does have a tropical feeling, the jasmine comes off more prominent instead of the coconut. And the vanilla is also amped up in this version. It's a stronger scent overall and lasts a bit longer, but it's not that much stronger, I find, than the original. And so I definitely prefer the Intense version, but I will wear the original Alien Goddess as well. I'd say that the original is better for daytime wear, where the Intense is more suited to the evening. I also wanted to do a couple of quick comparisons. And first is the original Alien Eau de Parfum, which is in the multicolored bottle on the right here. And this is the same scent as what's normally in the purple Alien bottle. I just have limited edition packaging. And the original Alien has a top note of jasmine, a middle note of woodsy notes, and a base note of amber. And this does share the jasmine from the Goddess versions, but this is definitely much more ambery and woody and doesn't have the added brightness from the citrus notes or the sweetness from coconut and vanilla. And the original Alien does feel a bit sharp to me as well. And I just don't feel a huge connection between the original Alien and the Alien Goddess scents other than the jasmine. This perfume is pretty strong and it's very floral heavy. And while I like the amber and woodsy notes, I wish that there was vanilla or another sweet note in here. I just prefer sweeter and less floral scents, so Alien has never been a favorite of mine. I do think it's all right, and I like to have it in my collection, but I do prefer some of the Alien flankers to the original, such as Alien Eau Sublime and now Alien Goddess Intense. And the other comparison I have is Dolce & Gabbana's The Only One Intense. And this has a lot of notes, but the common ones to the goddess scents are jasmine, coconut, vanilla, and woods, which in this case are cashmere and cedar. And this also has more citrus as well as green apple, so I find it to be more fruity and a bit brighter, especially in the opening. And the jasmine is nice here, but there's also some orange blossom mixed in. And ultimately, it's a woody vanilla floral scent with some coconut, so it has very similar vibes to Alien Goddess, especially the intense version, as the floral is definitely more prominent and the coconut is creamy here. And it does have a nice warmth from the woods as well. So I think Alien Goddess is pretty similar to this scent, but it is a bit sweeter, whereas the Only One Intense is a bit woodier. So that's it for my review of the new Alien Goddess Intense. I have to say that I am glad that Mugler released an improved version of Alien Goddess, but I definitely think they could have just released this one in the first place, and a lot of us could have saved some money. So if you were disappointed with the original, I would recommend giving the Intense a try, especially if you were looking for a sweeter, creamier fragrance or more of the jasmine that's in the original Alien. And I do think that for an intense perfume, I would have expected it to be a bit stronger, but it does have decent projection and performance. I can wear this for a work day, but I definitely think that the original Alien seems stronger. But the intense version of Goddess is stronger than the original. So let me know if you've tried either of the Alien Goddess scents and what you think of the intense version. Thank you for watching. I hope that you'll subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.